There is, I don't know of that. No, that's not aluminum. Actually, the only thing I want off of this that's brass. That's not. But this, I got several things I might do with that. But these pieces here, all these little pieces like this stuff, you know, you just don't throw them away. You don't, because they come in handy if you're trying to make something, or a little lamp or something. You save this stuff. That'll go on there. Because when you're making crafts, you know, you just create stuff out of junk, is what you have to do. Like right now, this is junk, but there's pieces in here I was hoping that was going to be aluminum there, but it's not. But it's not. I don't have a wrench out here to take that loose. I might be able to. Let's see. This is wire. And pieces like this, you know, you come on, fire. There you go. Now that should come off there, and I see I'll save that. I'm kind of thinking maybe I ought to, but I don't think so. This is just gonna be scrap. I was thinking that was aluminum, but it's not. It's not aluminum. I'm gonna take them. Nope. That is plaster or plastic. I'm just debating whether I need these. Nah. That'll go over there. This I will save. Yeah, I'm saving that. Alright. Put that in there. Put that in there. And that in there. These in there. That'll go with the globes. I got an idea for that. If I would come, you just never know, you know, you just don't throw some of that stuff away. I have got to let's see, that's gonna go. Oh, that'll stay there. That'll stay there. All right. Okay. That's the bottom. So that'll go in there like so. This will go. I'll have to stand up to do it. There you go. Now, alright, got my spare hat there. Let me get these globes off of this thing. Now I will be, I'll make some beautiful little vases. And I make night lights out of these things too. But you will see. Just kills me every time I see a scrapper comes across something like this. I don't want the glass, so he takes the globes off, breaks them off, whatever. Yeah, these are nice. And what is it? There's 5 on there of these. Now these pieces that you see on here, folks, these can all go towards crafts if you're making stuff. And when I say crafts now, that could be anything. It could be a little lamp. It could be, because I could say pieces like this, you know, and make stuff. And my whole thing about crafts is that I try to make stuff out of trash, out of stuff like this. Would be a normal scrapper. He'd just he'd break the globes off and then he would scrap that. He'd cut the wire out and stuff like that. Now this, I'm gonna save the chain. The wire I will take off. Now I don't know. I'm gonna need to get my pliers out here. Now see all these pieces here, I'll save that. I may even save these, you know, just, and the chain, I'll save the chain. And then, just maybe, you just never know what you do. Now, I'll take all this apart where I have the pieces, or I may leave it whole till I decide what I'm gonna do with it. But the whole thing about my crafts, I make them out of trash. I don't a lot of you probably realize I ain't nowhere near organized, am I? Nowhere near it. But I'm getting there slowly but surely. Slowly but sure. Boy, that. Wow. See if I can get that in there and crush it now. Well, that's about as crushed as it's gonna get. Wow. I'm almost wanting to crush these by hand like so. Seems like it's faster, but they don't go as small, so I might as well crush them. I've got a lot of stuff I gotta take apart. Alright. I don't know how that'll show, but I got one of my subscribers, they sent me some pictures. I'll put them up on this video. And when I see stuff like that, it's kind of disheartening, and it does worry me. It's where people have accidents with cars in their handicapped scooters. And I don't know, you know, guys, I can't just sit around and do nothing. I can't go get stuff like this without getting on the road. I do occasionally have access to a car, but that's expensive running around and a lot of work getting in and out. And I'd rather just do it on my scooter. I may not look like I'm being careful out in traffic stuff, but I do, well, I'm very careful. You know, it may look like I pull out on the street without looking, but I use that mirror. And also you can hear a car coming, but I don't rely on hearing it. I'd rather see it. So, but I appreciate the lady being concerned, and she's trying to scare me into staying off the road. But if I stay off the road, I can't get stuff like I was just taking apart. How am I gonna get stuff like that? And if I'm gonna do crafts, I got to have the stuff to do crafts with. And it's just gotta be. Matter of fact, I just got an idea for something with that one lamp I took apart. Oh, wish I'd have brought me a cup of coffee out here. I think I'll go make me a cup. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe I will. I think I will. Yeah, I can't just go out and I just can't just sit here. And I mean, sometimes people bring stuff to me, but I got to go out and get it. It's not gonna go get itself. So, but I tell you one thing I am gonna do. Matter of fact, when I go in tonight, I'm gonna get on Amazon and I'm gonna order a couple of flashing lights that really can be seen, and these are multicolored. They're blue, green, and red. And I think there's yellow in there. So people, when they see a blue light flashing, they take notice real quick. I don't guess it's illegal to have them on there, but I'm gonna have them. I'm gonna have to do something with it. The more I use this thing, the looser the mechanism gets. But you know what, GoPro, I'm gonna go get me a cup of coffee. I don't know why I didn't bring it out here with me. I'll be back in a jiff, folks. Well, I don't know, this dang camera is, I wouldn't recommend a cotton picking GoPro for the price you have to pay for them things. No, I wouldn't recommend them at all. I surely wouldn't. A cherry Coke. You know what? If I want a Coke, I want a Coke, and I don't need it flavored, cherry flavored or whatever. Some people like, I'm like that with my steaks too. I like steak. I like the taste of steak. I don't need it flavored up with A1 or any of that steak sauce. All I want on my steak is salt and pepper. And I don't like the thick steaks. My daughter, she likes steaks that darn thick. Me, I want mine about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch thick. That's fine. But she'll get them real thick ones. And then put that A1 on them. And dadgum, she ain't taught my little grandson, well, all my grandsons, except the oldest one. He don't like steak. The 30-year-old guy. He's the one with cerebral palsy. He don't like certain things. He don't like shrimp. He don't like crab, any of that good stuff. But I'm telling you what, guys, you better start learning how to be a vegetarian, because meat's gonna be in short supply directly. And you know, if you stop and think about it, it's scary when you think about how much we depend on all this food we get. We depend on it being there. We depend on being able to go down to the store and get it. And Bonnie, it may not always be like that. And this thing going on now has made me very aware of just how quick stuff can be depleted. I mean, you go in Publix one day and you get you a pack of toilet paper or something, you go back a few days later, there ain't none. People is hoarding it. Same thing on soups and just all kind of things. And if that's happening in Publix, that's happening in other stores. Yes, it is. I guess I've rattled on enough, haven't I, folks? Get these cans going. This is my Wendy from Holland's Can Crusher she sent me. You know, I don't know whether I'm gonna want to set my woodworking stuff up out here. It might be better if I set it up out here. I don't know. Got a lot of wheels turning in my head. On the agenda tomorrow is, well, I'm gonna sleep on it. There's several things I need to do. I need to get that fire pile moved over away from here. I need to get these put with the rest of them globes. I might do that as I leave here today. I just got a lot of stuff to do. It's getting to where I just can't stay focused on one thing instead of trying to do like I started out working on these pieces for my crafts. Then I started doing the cans and taking that lamp apart and all that stuff and whatever else I done. And you really look around, you can't tell that I've done anything. You just can't tell. And I tell you the truth, I've got a lot of stuff I need to micro scrap too, you know, take apart. When I get 4 of these blue bags filled with cans, I'm gonna run them to the scrap yard. But I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna make a piece of metal out of these cans tomorrow. It's very profitable. I hope my lady that was buying them still wants them. She was moaning and groaning when I quit doing them and won't know where she could get them, and I told her I didn't know anybody else that was doing that. Most scrappers, they don't think out of the box on stuff like this. You know, how could I get more for it, you know? They just don't think out of the box. And I guess if you doing a lot of scrap, then it's probably okay. But most of the scrappers I know and see, and there's some on YouTube, they're struggling. They're struggling. They really are. You go down there with a little pickup truck and they get somewhere around $15 to $45, $50. That ain't no livelihood. It sure ain't. Used to when I was really into scrapping. If I couldn't get at least $100 a load, at least that, I wouldn't even go over to the scrap yard. Of course, and it wasn't my livelihood either. It didn't take me long to figure out. These guys running around these little pickup trucks, unless they are really hustling and finding the scrap, they ain't making no money. They may be breaking even and maybe come out making $2 an hour or something like that. That ain't even minimum wage. I'm not bad-mouthing, it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. And you look at every time Steel Scrap Kingdom goes and sticks his thing in the ATM there and gets his money, and he looks at some of the other receipts laying there on the floor and stuff, and they're around $14 and $20 and $30, and his is usually most of the time around $45 or $50. And that's his livelihood. But there's a bunch of them in there, you know, $20, my gosh. That means if you get $20, that means you gotta go out and find it and get it and load it and burn your gas and wear and tear on your vehicle and your time for $20. And a lot of scrappers, oh, there's lots of, yeah, come on board, there's room for everybody. Baloney. There might be in some areas that there's plenty of scrap. But usually the ones that's telling you that, they're not making their money on scrap. They're making it off of what YouTube pays them. And I'm talking about people that's got 40,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers. They don't mention that their money is coming off of YouTube. It's not coming off that scrap they sell. All that scrap does, it may pay their gas. That's all that does. And so they're not scrapping to make a lip. They're scrapping to make a video that you're going to watch, and there's ad revenue. That's most. That won't fit everybody. But the ones that's making money is not off of the scrap they're collecting. It's off of their ad revenue off of the YouTube channels. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. It's the job. You're doing a service by picking that stuff up and stuff like that. But to just insinuate that you can just make money scrapping, you can make money scrapping if you can get a good channel going and get some ad revenue and stuff like that. And that in itself, making the videos and you know, and editing and all that stuff, that's a job. That's a job. Some people keep saying, well, I wonder what Paul make. You know, I'm talking about Paul Scrapping Pound. He's got over about 116, 17,000 subscribers, and he has a lot of views. And yes, he's making money off of YouTube, but people like to watch him. It's a job, and he spends a lot of time editing and stuff. I don't know how many he puts up a week, maybe 2 or 3. Me, I put up one a day if I can, except for Saturday. And Saturday is the day that I do my live stream. That's, and I don't put one up on a Saturday. Now, some of my lives, you know, I probably maybe made this video too long. I'll have to edit out a bunch of it. But Paul's people, they like him. They sure like him. But I tell you, his money, and he's got to be making good. It's none of my business what he's making. I don't care. I don't need to know. And I know some other people that's got 200,000 subscribers, and they don't have nowhere near the views that Paul has. And what determines how many subscribers you have doesn't determine how much you make. What determines how much you make is how many views that you have, and how many of them viewers is watching the ads. And I'm gonna tell you what, when I actually took time and looked, I was shocked that more than half of Paul's subscribers, more than half, is watching his videos. Boy, I wish more than half of my subscribers would watch my videos. I'd be having, instead of 120, 150 views, I'd be getting 500, 600 views a month. But that ain't what, you know, per video. So I was shocked. And Paul said one time, he said he was amazed at how many views he was getting. And that's when I went and looked. And sure enough, he's got the views. He has got the views. I don't know what the attraction is. You know, I've looked at it and looked at it. I just don't know. Because there's other people doing basically the same thing he's doing. They don't have the subscribers he's got. And